Hi, it's Cara, and today we are doing a book haul. That's right, because of the way— oh no, the kitten's going for my tripod. No, my sweetie was going for the tripod. She's getting bigger, can you tell? She also got desexed just the other day, so she's not good, but she's got some fur taken out, haven't you? Yeah. And she really likes— hey, stop. I've kicked her out for a minute while we film, but I was just gonna say, because of the times I can film and the days I post and the timing of the month and things, today we're doing my book haul, and my wrap up will be coming out on Monday, even though by then we'll be a little bit into the month. But that's just how it is. Compared to last month. Oh, also apologies, the light may be flickering again because I still haven't figured out how to sort that. And the heater is on and I am rugged up, so there's lots going, but just bear with me. So I bought a lot less books this month than I did last month, which I call a great achievement on my behalf. My stack last month was huge, and this month is much more reasonable, I guess. But anyway, let's get started. So first off, we have Lifelike by J. Kristoff. This is a book I've already read, so I'll also be talking about it in my wrap up. It comes out in June, I believe, in the US, and this is a post-apocalyptic AI adventure story, and it is so good. I do have a review up for this already, which I'll try and remember to link down below. But this is a great read. I was very fond of it, and J. Kristoff and me get along really, really well. So yes, definitely recommend this. Then another book I've already read, and that is The Queens of Innis Lear by Tessa Gratton. This is an adult fantasy retelling of King Lear, and oh my god, this is so good. It is huge with teeny tiny text. It's very dense. This actually took me like over a week to read, but I enjoyed it immensely. This is very, I guess, women focused, women centric. I also believe the main characters are all people of color, or at least it's heavily implied that they're people of color. We have a borderline trans main character, though that's very only touched upon and implied. It's very good. It gives me a lot of feelings. The magic system in this is beautiful. It's very like earthy and land based, and there's a lot of like prophecy by the stars, and it's just so good. If you like that like lyrical, slow-moving fantasy, this is 100% up your alley. It is so good. I haven't read any of Tessa Gratton's novel-length works before, if she has any, but I've read some short stories from her in the Curiosities set with Brenna Yovanoff and Maggie Stiefvater, and I loved those, so that was why I picked this up. And this did not disappoint, though do be prepared, it is dense and it does take time to get through. It is also super character driven. So if you're an action fantasy kind of person, this might not be for you, but personally I really enjoyed it. Then the book I am currently reading is I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. This is Alice Oseman's third novel, and I am currently just over 100 pages in, 129 pages in. This follows our two main characters, Angel and Jimmy, and Jimmy is the lead singer of a famous boy band. They're meant to be like this world's version of One Direction, I guess, and is trans and mixed race, Indian, Italian. Lots of representation in this book, and I remember watching the behind the scenes for the writing of this because Alice Oseman did a YouTube series while she was writing this and talked about how she was researching her representation, being a white British person. I thought that was really well done and smart, and probably one of the best attempts at good representation from someone who's obviously white and British and moderately well off. Then our other main character is Angel, who is Muslim, wears the hijab, and though I'm not quite sure where her family are from as of yet, she's Muslim, and is the Ark, the band's biggest fan. There's also gay representation. One of the band members is black, or Nigerian specifically. What else do we have in here? What's better for me to say is that this book, I believe, has done a pretty good job of representing the natural diversity in groups. If you put 5 people in a room together in Britain, it looks more realistically like what you would see. It's definitely not white focused by any means. And I really appreciate that. A lot of her other books are focused primarily on variances in sexuality, and this one's definitely expanding beyond that. And I am enjoying it a lot. I also believe Angel is Arrow Ace, though don't confirm that. I haven't confirmed that. And I'm loving this so far. I will talk about it more in my wrap-up because I'm hoping to get this finished before the end of the month, so like before this video comes out, so I can then talk about it when I film my wrap-up. So look out for that. Then we have Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is another book I've already read and have a review up for. I did read the audiobook though, so I only just received this physical copy in the mail. I bought it after having read it because I loved it that much. This is a detective murder mystery set in this fancy boarding school, and our main character Stevie is trying to solve this cold case, I guess, and it kind of goes everywhere from there. This is an absolutely fabulous story. I loved it so much. I believe it is also a trilogy. This is book 1, so I am like desperately keen to get book 2. That probably won't come out for another year-ish, I'd guess, but also I totally recommend this. It's so good. Then we have The Apocalypse of Elena Mendoza by Sean David Hutchinson. I know basically nothing about this book, but I heard someone describe it and then I read the bit here and it totally seduced me. So 16-year-old Elena Mendoza is the product of a virgin birth. So this can be scientifically explained. It's called parthenogenesis, sorry. But what can't be explained is how Eleanor is able to heal Freddie, the girl she's had a crush on for years, from a gunshot wound in a Starbucks parking lot. Or why the boy who shot Freddie, David Combs, disappeared from the same parking lot minutes later, getting sucked up into the clouds. What also can't be explained are the talking girl on the front of a tampon box and the reason that David Combs shot Freddie in the first place. Like, literally, I just had to read that and I was so intrigued that I had to buy this book. I'm hopeful to pick this up in July, though. Obviously, if you saw my June Marvelathon TBR, things are hectic, so hopefully I can get to this in July. Then we have The Exact Opposite of Okay by Laura Stephen. This has a gorgeous cover. I'll try and like zoom in as much as I can. Also, there's a llama on the back. This is, I believe, a amazing story. I've been told it's amazing, and it focuses on slut shaming and things like that. I don't know that much about it. Again, I am going in rather blind. This is on my list to read in June for the Marvelathon, so hopefully I will read it and enjoy it and tell you all about it in my June wrap up. But I believe the main character gets photos of her with the politician's son leaked, and then everything kind of goes from there, but it's supposed to be very funny. Then we have People Like Us by Dana Miele. I know basically nothing about this as well, because that's my thing at the moment, apparently. This is a teen psychological thriller. There's a dead girl found in a lake, and our main character Kay goes to a fancy boarding school, and there's a scavenger hunt, and that's about all I know. But again, this is on my list for the Marvelathon for June. Then we have Rain the Earth by A.C. Gorgon. I Picked this up because there was a 3 for 2 sale at work, and I also at Dimmicks. I don't work at Dimmicks, I wish. At Dimmicks, and I got 2 other books, and this one was one of the other ones that caught my attention that I didn't already own. This, I believe, is a really intense elemental magic series. I believe it's a series, not a standalone, though it might be a standalone. But I've heard it's got very strong focus on Middle Eastern mythology, I believe. And it's very intense apparently, so I'm definitely keen to give this a try, though I have no idea when I will get around to it. Then I got Winter Song by S.J. Jones. This was also in that sale, obviously, and I decided to get this because it is a loose retelling of The Labyrinth by Jim Henson, featuring David Bowie. And, well, I believe it's more based on the same mythology that Labyrinth was based on. But I'm definitely keen to give this a try. I've been hearing great things and seeing it around on Twitter. The second one recently came out, so I'm definitely keen to give this a try. And finally this month I picked up Hunted by Megan Spooner, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I love Megan Spooner. I've read the Starband trilogy, which she co-writes on, and I'm also really keen to read the Unearthed trilogy that she's co-writing on, again with Amy Kaufman, and she's brought out this solo novel, Hunted, so I decided to pick it up. Also, it is super shiny. I was not prepared for it to be so shiny, but I'm very excited. This also appears to be somewhat illustrated throughout, which I am really keen for. So these are all the books that I picked up in the month of May. Comment down below if you've read any of these and would like to chat with me about them, though obviously that might be more appropriate for my wrap up for the books that I've actually read. But anyway, comment down below any new releases also that you think I might enjoy based on what I've been purchasing lately. And otherwise, I will see you soon with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye!